This is what everyone's talking about.
Everything's on the table.
This is what champions come to take. This is what everyone came to see.
And the slam!
No do-overs. No second chances. No more Mr. Nice Guy. This is winner take all. The NBA Finals continue on ABC and the ESPN app.
It's a strange world we live in. And by strange world, I mean Devon's an anomaly.
Correct.
I eat garbage and I get healthier.
Many things about Devon cannot be explained by modern science.
I eat salad and I might as well have just drank pneumonia.
Just concentrated pneumonia.
Yup.
Man.
Wait, ammonia or pneumonia?
Pneumonia.
Like the respiratory disease?
With the fat P.
Yeah, like the sickness.
That's crazy.
Man, being a bridge troll's kind of cool, actually.
Right?
Maybe I need to go through a transformation.
I mean, I know a guy. His name's Ivan.
Somebody read a summary.
Landfall, ladies and gentlemen. The Allied forces finally make it to the mainland of Onigashima, where they have begun garnering disguises thanks to the powers of Kinemon's Garb Gap fruit. Bet you never thought that fruit would come in handy at some point. Anyway, they're all trapped now after valiantly destroying all of those boats they just took over here. It's a noble gesture and all, but what about all that perfectly good wood Frankie frankly could have used to make more battle Frankies? Speaking of which, we see a return of the Black Rhino motorcycle and the Brachio tank as the Straw Hats surge forward toward Kaido's fortress, except for Robin and Jinbei, who elect for a leisurely stroll instead. Wink, wink, and nudge, nudge. On the bad guys' side, we finally get Tobi Roppo in the room with Kaido, who actually doesn't know what they're doing there until King walks in and lets everybody know that he is the only one who is called for this meeting. That being said, he still has a very important job for them. Make sure his son, Yamato, does his homework on time. The person that gets him to do that successfully will get to challenge one of the lead performers and take their spot should they win. Back in the party hall, Luffy has discovered that the Beast Pirates don't like red bean soup and are actively spilling it everywhere, and has flashes of Tama's adorable face trying it for the first time dance in his head. Luffy loses it and makes an absolute mess of the whole party hall. Zoro joins in once he finds out why the pandemonium is happening as Kid shakes his head in disgust, mere moments before also blowing his cover after hearing Apoo rapping in the background. Apoo promptly begins handing all of the good guys their own asses, until Killer realizes that they can just cover their ears and not have to care anymore. We end our episodes catching up with the rest of the Straw Hats as they maneuver with Kinemon into the party. The plan is altered slightly as Kinemon splits the party further to cover more ground. What is in store for us as we continue to traverse Onigashima? What does Sanji see inside the pleasure hall? Let's never find out, please. You know, that wasn't my best summary read, but honestly, far from the worst.
Yeah, but we do know what he sees inside the pleasure hall.
I don't know what he saw.
There's nothing. They left.
They claim it's nothing, but do we really know it's nothing?
Oh.
Maybe he saw the void.
The hole.
Also, I know this is like jumping super massively far ahead of ourselves and the show and blah, blah, blah. But after reliving this, I have to say how utterly stupid it is that the hard counter to Apoo's powers is just not listening to him.
This is how sound powers work.
That's not how sound works.
That's what I'm saying.
This is exactly how it works.
Like, I am re-angry about this. It's been like 2 years I'm re-angry about this.
It's like physics doesn't work in this universe.
I mean, do you want to elaborate? Like, what makes you hate it so much? I feel like there's a lot of anger here and no explanation.
Sound is literally like vibrations through the air. And the fact that just covering you, so if I'm hitting your stomach with a subwoofer, me covering my ears isn't going to stop the sound waves from hitting your stomach. It has nothing to do with being able to hear it. It has everything to do with the sound waves. Why do I sound smart? This is not my job.
I wouldn't even say it's for like that high of a logical reason. I think it's so much quote unquote simpler in the sense of like, so like, are Apoo's powers even real? Like, are they just hallucinations at that point? If I simply do not perceive them, they never existed? That's so dumb. That's so dumb.
Schrodinger's double fruit.
If I never actually listened for it, did it make a sound? Like, what? I'm so angry about this. This is so dumb. This is a dumb counter.
I don't know about you guys, but the last time I covered my ears with my hands, I could still hear shit.
That too.
You don't just go deaf when you put your hands on your head. I know all shows like to do that.
That's a valid argument. Covering with your hands means nothing.
Cotton in the ear also isn't that effective in this particular case.
Covering your ears stops an explosion from happening, I guess.
That's so dumb. That's so dumb.
The trigger for whatever reason for his power is hearing it in the first place, and then the secondary effect can actually happen, which is the slash or the boom boom, whatever it is. I don't know. Apoo is initially posed to be pretty strong, and then you just go, oh, never mind, cover your ears. And you go, oh, okay, this guy sucks, actually.
Takes drag of cigarette. Apoo was a mistake.
Always has been.
You know what? I think Devon's making a point. Oda created a really cool character, but wrote himself into a corner.
No, he didn't. He made a gross character. He made a gross character, and he's like, I don't want to focus on this anymore. It's already too much for your eyes. I don't need to make it too much for your ears. Boom, boom. To cover your ears. They're done.
Okay, so you cover your ears. But let's say someone next to you doesn't. Do you, and they decide to like go boom, boom. Do you not get hit by the explosion? Like, how would that make sense? Like, if I hug somebody who didn't cover their ears, they go boom, but I don't, even though I'm hugging them? Like, hello?
Nah, surely you also blow up. There's no way.
Then what's the point of even covering your ears? This makes no sense. This is so dumb. I sound like Devon.
Good. Let the anger fuel you.
Let it flow through you.
I just had to get that off my chest.
No, that's fair. Apoo's pretty lame.
He's not lame. I think he's cool. This one downside that came up out of nowhere after a bajillion episodes is lame.
You take that back. That dude's a fucking disgusting monster.
I'm indifferent to Apoo as far as his character design and all of the rest of him goes.
Mm-hmm.
But the power is just, it falls so flat.
How did he get so, quote, strong?
No one knew the secret tech of not listening.
How is he a worst generation? Yeah, that's where I'm at. How did he make it to the worst generation when all you need to do was cover your fucking ears?
Is this like the participation trophy of like of the worst generation? Like, haha, you're the worst generation, not because you're actually a horrible person, but because your power sucks and you shouldn't be here.
No. This is what this is. This is a skill check for everyone else on this on the open sea. You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of a very, very particular level from, what was the game I was playing as a kid? Kingdom Hearts 2. I don't remember the character's name, but there's like a mini boss fight where you fight this character who has essentially a quick time event as part of the fight where you go back to back with this character. And normally when you're fighting in this game where you enter these quick time events, you're supposed to spam triangle if you're on PlayStation, right? However, for this one fight, if you just spam triangle recklessly and mindlessly, you activate the wrong QuickTime event or wrong prompt and you damage yourself. You lose the fight. However, if you decided to just take a half a second and read, you would know, oh, wait, that prompt says like inflict damage yourself. But if I waited half a second because I read, I would see the prompt change to do attack to enemy. And then you'd win the fight easy peasy lemon squeezy. I was a dumb kid who didn't read. I just went spam triangle. Why am I losing? Why am I dying? Blah, blah, blah. And then one day I woke up and realized I could read. This is that skill check for those people on the open sea. They were like, oh no, Apoo sounds so gross. Oh no, I'm blowing up on my slice. No one ever thought to be like, I don't want to listen to this guy. This guy sucks.
Earplugs.
No one thought to just ignore the bad DJ musician dude, right?
Is like his hard counter like an actual deaf person?
Probably.
Yeah, I guess.
Like what's that Marine guy that has his eyes, cut out? He gouges his own eyes out. What if there's like the ears version? Like he just hard counters them, right?
The ears version. The deaf person? What do you mean the ears version?
Well, like he gouged out his own ears or something. I don't know.
Yeah, he like popped his own eardrums or something.
Oh God.
His ears have been cut off.
Yeah, so he could see the evils of the world, but not hear the bullshit. I don't know. That I'm coming up with villain logic.
Yeah, he's coming up with new Marines on the fly here.
Yeah.
That's who Green Bull is going to be? Green Bull's actually deaf?
Green Bull's actually deaf, yeah.
Who?
The other admiral we don't know yet?
Yeah, the only other admiral we haven't seen.
Oh, I have no memory of this.
Well, that's because we spoke to them literally a single time.
Yeah, maybe twice. All right, I'm going to rewind us we're going back to the start of these episodes now. We can come back to Apoo maybe later as we get to that part. So we've got them all showing up on shore as we roll up to Onigashima here and sinking all the boats. Stay under the radar as much as possible. And we've got Kinemon's Garb fruit actually coming in clutch for the first time since maybe Punk Hazard.
Correction, it's Gab.
Sorry, the Gab fruit, yes.
All right, hold on. I don't like this disrespect on the Gab fruit, bro. This is always useful, all right, in my opinion. If not useful for like a tactical purpose, it gave them new drip. And that's always useful.
Counterpoint. The rules that have been in place in these episodes alone don't make sense.
Go on, say more.
Example being, they say the moment that the clothing gets destroyed, the disguise vanishes. But how come when Luffy makes his fist extra large, ripping the glove, showing the animation of it, and punching the ever-loving fuck out of someone, and then the glove just magically comes back?
I remember the condition of this power being when you, like, take it off. Like, if you were given a cape, for instance, by Kinemon's power, if you took the cape off, the cape disappeared or reverted into whatever the fuck you used to make it, right? That's my understanding.
I have two things to say. One, to Justin's point, Kinemon specifically mentions during this that if they get damaged, then the clothes will disappear and you'll revert back to your normal fit.
Okay.
So two, to Devon, I say, shut the fuck up.
Maybe there's an asterisk where it says next to destroyed, it says by an enemy. Self-inflicted damage does not count.
It's a asterisk, accessories not included.
Shit, he's right. We didn't read the fine print.
Shit.
Yeah, that's on you, dummy. No, yeah, that's a good catch. I did not pay attention to that. That's a very good catch on your part, Devon.
The inconsistencies of the powers.
Yeah, I was more focused on just the more blatant fan service with the outfits, obviously, with the women, because I mean,
it's Kinemon.
Well, it's Kinemon, but it's also the Beast Pirates. All of the women are very scantily clad the whole time, and so
yeah,
like, is it a plan that they can have? Yes, but before this, they were in a land that had all this time been relatively conservative with the way that the women were dressed, to then go as far as to mimic the Beast Pirates. Like, I get it, it's what the Beast Pirates are wearing, but I'm just tired of it, man. I don't want it. Like, there's something about it that they feel even more exposed than the Beast Pirates normally do. Maybe that's just because we don't see women as often for the Beast Pirates, and we mostly get the men and the pleasures and the lead performers and so on. Or maybe it's because Oda and subsequently the animators just draw Nami and Robin and Carrot with just way oversized breasts.
They were thirsty, these episodes.
I don't care if there was some level of equality with the men also dressed in BDSM gear. I don't care. I'm over it.
Hey, not too much shade on my boy King, all right? Let's calm down.
No, King's tasteful. That's tasteful BDSM.
We love a gimp suit.
Full gimp suit, tasteful. Wears lingerie. What are you, a fucking degenerate? The duality. So I feel like we need to talk about it, Christian, because I know you guys probably talked about it last week while I wasn't here.
Uh-huh.
And it's important. Jinbei's still alive.
Jinbei is still alive and is also on the crew.
So that means I gotta wear an outfit.
That is also true.
Not looking forward to that.
Yeah.
However, because I'm still gonna go down swinging.
Oh my God.
He's gonna defend himself one final time.
I still think he's gonna die by the end of this arc.
You're an insane man.
By the end of this arc, Jesus. All right, hold on. I'm not here to say if you will or will not. I just think it's a bold claim to say, hey, welcome back, Jinbei, and then we kill him off.
Every single time they were showing Jinbei off last week, and like him, like, reacting to the crew like it's his first time walking as a child, which I get it. He's not used to the mannerisms of the whole crew. It's just giving death flags to me.
I'm convinced that Devon sees anything and assumes it's a death flag.
Yeah. genuinely, again, copium, heavy dose of copium.
Like super copium.
Straight in the vein. Straight to vein. No, just going straight in copium. I still think he's gonna die. I cannot fathom, one, the deal he made, or like how he survived Big Mom's ability, and two, just surviving the fight after that. Like, something had to have gone wrong. And we're like, it's not explained. They haven't, expanded upon it, and it's frustrating to me. That's my 2 cents.
Yeah, I hear you.
And then as for last week, what I missed, I think Law is fitting in just perfectly with the group, which is, fuck the plan. Plans don't exist. We don't need them.
He's finally starting to get it.
Yeah, he's getting it. He's like, all right, they're gonna go do whatever they want to do. Fuck shit up. Let's do this instead. And I vibe with that.
Let's go make something out of what we're doing here and let them just fucking let them ruining the plan be part of the plan now.
I do love the fact that Jinbei and Robin are just like, all right, we're gonna walk.
I think it's adorable.
I do too.
The adults are going for their night walk.
They're watching the kids in the park while they're fighting God.
Honestly.
I also have a gut feeling about these episodes. I don't know if Kaido's actually on this island. Part of me feels like all these episodes we watched this week are like a red herring, where it's like, yeah, Kaido's definitely. I think Kaido and them are actually not on Oni, whatever they're with, because we never see them physically interact with anyone on the island.
Are you saying?
My feeling is that Kaido's actually with what's his face, Orochi, on the mainland.
But we see that it's all part of the same building.
Is it?
The party where Queen is
MCing.
Yeah, the party.
Like Queen and them, yeah. Like they're actually on the island, right? They're actually on the thing. But every single time you see the other people, like Kaido, the Tobi Roppo, them, we don't know where they are physically, because it's always indoors or in a building that is Japanese design,
like one on the island.
But there's a scene in I want to say 982 maybe, where there's like a consistent one shot image of going from Queen emceeing the party to somewhere in the same building where the camera just pans and is followed through a bunch of doors, and you end up in the Tobi Roppo room. Same with Orochi as well. Like it's shown that he's like 2 doors down from where Tobi Roppo's having this meeting.
I don't remember this, so I'm still sticking to my guns that they're not actually there.
I like the idea, but I think that it's been completely disproven by this point.
That's a bummer.
Christian, I just want to say I'm so glad you're here, because for half a second I think Devon was minutes away from successfully gaslighting me, because I would have been too afraid to think to myself, wait, if I speak, do I spoil? Is Devon right? Oh no.
This just proves that Justin didn't actually watch the episodes this week.
No, I did. I definitely did. However, well, okay, not this week technically. Last week I did. However.
Sounds reluctant about it.
I think Devon should shut up and we should move on.
All right. Cool.
Because they're making such a big deal about, well, first off, fucking Kaido has a son. Holy fucking shit.
Yes. Kaido has a son.
I am convinced the Big Mom is the mother. I'm convinced. Can't tell me otherwise.
I actually genuinely think that too.
You do too?
I do.
Oh my god.
And Kaido won him in the divorce.
Is that why they hate each other?
Yeah. Now, Black Maria, though.
I have 0 comments to make. Just know that I look forward to your reactions in the future.
My reactions?
She's a snake woman, isn't she?
Both of yous. Both reactions from both of yous in the future. Hopefully near future. I don't remember how long it's going to take. We're going to be here a hot minute. If I speak, I may spoil. I have no comments.
That was a big woman. They were tall. Like taller than Aphalandra. That one.
Shit.
Like way taller. Like she's huge. She big.
Oh.
Big woman.
I don't think I realized that from scenes of them.
Okay, after re-looking at the picture of the Tobi Roppo that we see, can't confirm Black Maria, definitely giant woman. The way the frame is, or the scene rather, is framed is you have all the Tobi Roppo visible, obviously, upon the reveal. You have everyone sitting down. most of them, like you have X-Drake, Who's Who, Pei, and his sister Ulti.
Is Pepe the one with the mask?
Hold on, which
Pepe
there's
is the
two
green
guys with
one.
masks.
Oh, wait, no, there's 2 green ones.
The emo one.
The off-brand Perona.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Wait, no. That's Ulti.
Pepe is the green hat with the black and white mask. And Ulti is who you're talking about.
So back to my point. Everyone is sitting down. Everyone seems like, typical standard human size proportions for the show. You have, what's this guy's name? Sasaki, I think is his name. The guy on the far left with the green hair.
Green, yeah.
He clearly looks like a big dude, right, in this scene. And then you have Black Maria, who's behind majority of the party, and she's bigger than everyone, and you only see her from like the waist up. We don't know what's happening with her legs.
I found a more pertinent scene of them all standing together, and I did in fact just like long blink through this, I guess, because she's almost as tall as King, if not taller.
I rest my case.
All right. So, I mean, your fascination with big woman makes a little bit more sense. I'll give you that.
Giant woman.
Giant woman.
We love giant women.
As far as this show is concerned, the giant woman attractiveness is becoming the norm. So I stand by what I said.
Is she a giant woman? Yes. However, for the standards of One Piece, she's really an average-sized woman.
We flash to the future. Robin and her are standing next to each other.
Yeah. Robin just doesn't have her growth spurt yet.
Also, why did he have to animate her feet like that?
You know why.
That was too... I know why.
We all know.
I didn't like it, but I enjoyed it. But I didn't. But I
don't know what he's talking about.
I don't know what he's talking about either.
Robin, when she did the foot stamp.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Black Maria.
Yeah, I thought you were
still.
talking about Black Maria. I was like, huh?
Okay.
No, I'm talking about Robin.
You're talking about Robin when she does the stamp.
Now, why didn't you like the animation?
You know damn well why.
Okay, sure.
Well, what else is new? So I'm gonna. Okay, so here's the thing that I don't think will be a hot take that we obviously that I feel like needs to be brought up.
Okay.
The Luffy at the party and getting upset that they're spilling all the red bean soup. Sure, I get it. Totally get it. It comes at the end of like I think it was 985 that they start introducing this, and then it rolls into 986 when Luffy absolutely fucks everything up.
Oh, you mean the whole collage of flashbacks of just her enjoying soup and then them spilling it and being assholes about it and then milking the fuck out of it?
Yes.
That
is exactly what I'm talking about. I appreciate that this is the plot point they're going for. However, I did not need 6 flashbacks of watching Tama eat red bean soup in 2 episodes.
You needed to feel as angry as Luffy did, okay?
I can do that in a solid 1. We can do it at the end of 985 when Luffy first thinks about it, and we can do it in 986 when Zoro gets in on the action, and that's it. I don't need it 5 times in 1 episode. 985. Luffy, like they spill the shit.
It was like 10 minutes straight of just Tama.
It was having what you're talking about, Justin. It was having the opposite effect. I kept seeing it and I just wanted to not see it anymore. I was like, I get it. I am not stupid. I understand that this is why Luffy is mad. I get it. I know why Zoro's mad. I didn't need to see Zoro have the same flashback. You could have just had Zoro go, red bean soup. Oh, hell yeah. I gotta fuck them up too now. That's it. I didn't need 3 more fucking flashbacks of Tama, man. I love Tama. Everyone who's been listening to the show up to this point knows I love Tama. But goddamn, was 6 flashbacks grating my nerves on this. I did not. By the time we got to the end of it, at the end of 985 when they introduced this, I was like, oh boy, I can't wait to see Luffy fuck some people up on behalf of Tama for this red bean soup. And by the end of 986, I was like, thank God we're fucking done with that.
Big same.
Apoo fucking them up with his sound powers was immediately more interesting and a relief once we got past the red bean soup stuff. I can't imagine that was that involved in the manga. This has to have been the anime just stretching basically a whole episode of filler, more or less. showing it 6 times is filler. There's no other way to put it. I don't remember. I'm just looking at my notes now for other random topics that we might have passed by. One of the things, as like a comment that I just want to offhandedly make, in this episode, the one where they get they go through the mirror and get their beast pirate uniforms, and some of the guys have unique ones. Luffy gets a fairly unique one. Brook gets a pretty unique one. Frankie's is like kind of unique, I guess. But Brook gets his and is like, "Hey guys, what do you think of mine?" And Robin walks past him and goes, "I don't know, it's kind of whatever, man. It's fine, I guess." This is I wish for the life of me I could remember what the second thing was or the first thing was, because this is the second time in this arc, in a short period of time, mind you, that Robin just dogged on Brook for some reason. And I can't remember what the first one was. I think it was Robin and Nami.
Was it when he was a ghost?
Wait, hold on. Devon might be on something. That might be it. What was it when Brook saved?
It was a joke. He made a bone joke. He made a being dead joke, and Robin and Nami both walked by him and was like, "Boo! We've heard that one before. Boo!" It was in the last set of episodes we recorded.
Damn.
With when Devon was first going through his transformative period.
I do remember that she made a very dark joke, and everyone looked at her and was like, "The fuck."
Yeah.
But it was like after like Brook made like a lighthearted joke, and then she was like, "Ah, yes, it sounds like a billion infants drowning or something."
Oh.
Like it was dark, and everyone like even like Usopp was like, "Bro, what the fuck?"
I don't doubt it, but I also don't remember it either. Yeah, it was something like that. It was a bone joke that Brook told, and Nami and Robin walked by, and Robin was like, "Get some new material."
Didn't he like shove his fingers through his eyes?
Oh, I wish I could remember it. I know it was a bone joke of some kind. I don't remember what it was. Some other character made a joke about seeing or smelling or hearing something, and then this is a long-winded recollection of just this. Now we've got 2 instances of Robin dogging Brook for what seems like no reason. I don't know what kind of beef they've had off screen, but man, well,
apparently only Robin has the beef because he doesn't have any.
Yeah, he seems to have no idea. She's
she's made a bone.
Yeah, but good one. Hey Robin, do we have beef? Because I sure don't. Because I'm dead. Maybe that one needs a little workshopping.
But
anyway, that was just a funny little side bit that I found, that I noticed.
We also need to talk about Zoro's entrance to finding Luffy.
Go on.
Wholly unnecessary. Yes. It appears that Luffy's making a ruckus on the other side of this building. Let me saw it in half.
And then I sawed this building in half.
As Luffy's ride or die and his right-hand man, when he sees that Luffy is about to cause a ruckus, a commotion, Zoro goes, "All right, I guess we're doing this." And then he says he gets started. If he had guns, he'd be. And so I started blasting, but instead he started swinging with the swords.
Now I kind of want to see like one of those animations where like they like cut Frank out from Always Sunny and just replace Zoro with him.
Oh my god.
Honestly,
and like just go through the whole show.
Given the whole Zoro gets lost and walks into different animes meme existing, there's a non-zero chance that someone did that already.
Like I'm literally picturing like the scene where Zoro's sitting on the cake way back in the day. You know, he's becoming waxified. And I'm just picturing like the scene of Frank crawling out of the couch covered in like baby oil. like all that. Like
all right,
there's so many options.
I'm okay with Zoro entering the Always Sunny universe. I'm not okay.
Always Sunny entering the Zoro universe.
Yeah, I'm not okay with that. I'm not okay with the reverse.
We're not okay with Frank in One Piece.
That too.
I don't know, man. Could be good. He's definitely like of the characters in Always Sunny, he's definitely the most One Piece. All right, well, you wanted to talk about Black Maria. Let's talk more Tobi Roppo.
Awooga.
Besides that,
I thought he was awoogaing the whole crowd, in which case I respect that.
No, definitely not.
I mean, I think the other one's cute, but not like awooga.
Usu is a pretty fine looking dude. I'm very interested in what's underneath the mask. I also want to know if the eyes that we're seeing are his actual eyes, or it's just like a creative choice for the bandana or
I
mask.
don't know who you're talking about.
Who's the red one?
The guy in the red suit.
Okay. I kind of hope that when he takes the mask off, he just has like literal like Beppo eyes, like dots.
I'd be okay with that because the
That'd
whole
be awesome.
like blank, giant, bug-eyed yellow eyes. It's cool when it's theoretically part of a mask. If that's just what you look like underneath it, it's a no for me, Chief. Respectfully.
I could cosplay the green-haired guy.
Sasaki looks dope. Green hair.
That's what I look like if I shave my beard. No neck.
Devon, I know you have hair. I don't think you have hair that long.
Well, no, not the green part, but if I shaved my face, copy-paste.
Honestly, the whole Beast Pirates, outside of like the no-name fodder goons, everyone who's like mildly important just has beef with each other.
Well, I mean, they're all trying to get spotlights.
Yeah, they're all trying to get a spotlight. They're all trying to sabotage each other. They all want to be under, not Zoro, Kaido's favor.
So this made me like the introduction of these people like and their motives kind of made me think like, is literally Kaido's pirate crew just supposed to be like the spitting image of Hollywood and just like how celebrities react and are trying to chase the limelight because they all want to be part of the main show because that's, I guess, how Kaido organizes his crew.
It's not a bad idea.
And so these are like up and coming stars fighting for, the limelight so that they could be the quote lead performer. Obviously, BDSM has them downbeat, but he's on the down low because nobody ever wants to have that on main television. That's on like Pornhub exclusive, but it's still mainstream. You know what I mean?
Okay, up until you started bringing up Pornhub, I was thinking you were going into a great direction. I've never heard someone frame this idea to me in such a manner.
Well, yeah, like that's how his whole crew is organized. It's like a Hollywood set where it's like, yes, these are my lead performers. They get the most views. If you want to do good and get your views, you got to beat one of them or earn the position of the limelight.
Well, you don't have to earn it. You just got to sabotage them.
Yeah, you just got to kill the other one.
Earn it is a subjective term.
You don't have to earn more. You just got to make them earn less.
Yeah, like Infamous and Fame are just fame with extra steps.
Yeah, you can't spell infamous without famous.
Challenge accepted. I bet I can.
All right, good luck.
Nope, you just spelled famous.
Are you hungry? You just wrote out famiglias. You want pizza, buddy?
No, that's familia in Italian.
Oh, were you watching some Vin Diesel lately?
Oh, you didn't hear?
What happened?
I have like this is not a bit. This is like genuine news I read this morning or earlier today.
I'm like sitting here thinking like, what's the bit? Where's he going?
Is Vin Diesel dead?
No, that would be a fucking national tragedy. First of all, don't you take that back. Second, apparently, this is the rumor at this moment, as far as I know. But allegedly, there are people trying to greenlight a Fast and Furious TV franchise.
Oh, that's gonna crash and burn.
Nice. I wish that movie series would crash and burn finally.
And what I thought was the funniest part was, assuming again this is real and not just some clickbait made up tweet I saw earlier and fell for. Allegedly, Vin Diesel was quoted saying, "Yeah, man, people were clearly clamoring for more content from us, and we're trying to figure out how do we get that. And we thought TV shows are what we need
Oh my
to
God.
go."
Okay. So yeah, I've Google searched this now. So they're already working on the 11th Fast and Furious movie still.
Oh God.
Vin Diesel also says he's going to be a producer on these TV shows, or executive producer, whatever it is.
Do you guys remember when these movies were about cars?
I do.
And like just being in fast cars. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
I remember that. And like that was just like the cool thing. And it was just like, that's all it was. It was just, hey, we have fast cars.
Cool dudes and cool cars.
Yeah, that's super over now. We got explosions and family in space. Anyway, Vin Diesel says that there are 4 Fast and Furious shows in the works at Peacock right now.
Huh? What do you mean 4?
4.
What? What? Are you
4 shows?
Wait. I thought it was just going to be the one. What do you mean there's 4?
I'm just reading headlines now. I'm not reading any of these.
Yeah, it's gonna be like CSI, but cars.
This one says, Vin Diesel says 4 Fast and Furious TV shows are coming, no matter what the studio says.
Are your ad campaigns lighting up the dashboard, but not the pipeline? That's bullspend, and marketers are calling it out in Dashboard Confessions.
My boss asked for results, so I opened my dashboard for the only positive-sounding metric I had. Impressions.
Cut the bull spend. See revenue, not just reach. LinkedIn delivers the highest return on ad spend of major ad networks. Advertise on LinkedIn. Spend $250 on your first campaign and get a $250 credit. Go to linkedin.com/campaign. Terms and conditions apply.
And that was a threat.
This is a threat.
Yeah, Devon's on the right track. It's going to be Fast and Furious New York, Fast and Furious Los Angeles, Fast and Furious Las Vegas.
Or Hong Kong or something like
you know
that.
what? And just for shits and giggles, Fast and Furious Florida or Miami.
Man.
Yeah, Fast and Furious Miami.
And they're all going to have really shitty, like, fucking film crews of TV budget.
Just
fucking
kill that
car
fucking
chase
series
scenes.
already, man. Just kill it.
And they're all going to have really deep and, intrinsic, like, fucking plot lines of family.
Yeah. Who's watching these damn movies still?
My mother.
And then they're going to get a crossover episode with The Flash.
Stop.
If the CW Flash series was still going on, I shit you not, this would happen. This would be a thing.
They'll cross over with anybody.
There would 100% be a CW Flash crossover with Fast and Furious.
I'm just picturing Vin Diesel in a car going, oh yeah, but does your Speed Force have a Hemi?
But then he's keeping up with Barry Allen in Speed Force.
Yeah, because his car has a Speed Force. That's the plot of the episode. Somehow the Speed Force possessed his...
Yeah, ends up in the engine.
Yeah, ends up in the engine. And Vin Diesel can't stop because Speed Force. And so Barry Allen, the Flash, has to match with the car speed and somehow figure out how to absorb the Speed Force from it. And it's just the whole episode of them, like, just racing each other, essentially.
I'm just picturing them, like, sitting in the car kissing until the Speed Force catches up.
I was imagining, like, a Tron light cycle battle between the two of them, just downtown California.
Essentially, yeah.
Yeah, but with more kissing.
Yeah.
Sure. Why not? More kissing.
Why do I think that would make for a really good episode?
Because you're broken.
And the entire episode, they're just, like, talking, just, like, sharing heart-to-heart moments. And Barry's just complaining about some regular people problem. And Dom just turns to him and says, you know, Barry, you have all this power via the Speed Force. But you want to know what the Speed Force can't give or take away from you? Family.
And then they kiss. So back to Tobi Roppo after all of that. Kaido originally has no idea why this meeting has been called. And then King walks out of the shadows and goes, I did it. It was me the whole time. And so they get to talking. And eventually Kaido is like, hey, while you guys are here, I need you to go get my son Yamato to show up. So last set, we got the knowledge that Kaido had a son in the first place, and we got a small glimpse of him. Now we have a name to the son. His name is Yamato, and Tobi Roppo has been tasked with getting him to show up to the banquet hall so that I guess Kaido can talk to him or whatever it is. And the winner, so to speak, the one who gets Yamato to show up, gets to challenge one of the lead performers. And the lead performers are like, yeah, sure. They're fucking chumps. None of them stand a candle to us. Jack, Queen, and King are all standing there menacingly. And they just go, yeah, what do we care? And apparently Queen wants to kill someone in Tobi Roppo anyway. And they seem to heavily imply that it's who's who, but that's probably a red herring. Maybe it's not, but I don't know. It seems like a red herring to me.
I don't really remember that because every single time Tobi Roppo came on screen, I just glossed over.
Right. Yeah, we get it. You, a big woman.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I'm curious to see what happens with this or what kind of, I guess, resistance that Yamato was going to put up here. They showed Yamato with shackles on at one point.
Wasn't he also like smashing his head against a rock or something? There was a rock involved, though. I'm not crazy, right?
No, you're not crazy. Yamato was absolutely punching or pickaxing or slashing at a rock at some point. He was definitely doing that.
I'm excited for you all to meet Yamato further. More. Yes.
Okay. There was also a Panda Man in these episodes.
What?
Fuck.
Yeah.
I forgot that guy exists.
Yeah, it's been a while. I don't know if we've just missed him this whole time. It's been a while. I don't know if we've just been missing Panda Man or if it genuinely has been a while, but this one was somewhat obvious, or at least I thought. I thought I was going to come in here with.
Was it when Luffy was just going hammy salami on the dance floor?
Okay, so I did myself a disservice on this one by just writing down that there was a Panda Man and not attaching it to a certain episode or timestamping it like I usually do. I just took a screenshot of it.
Source, trust me, bro.
Yeah, source, I made it up. So Panda Man is in these episodes. I think it was in, if I'm remembering correctly, because it's also been a week since I watched these episodes.
Valid.
I think there was a moment where Queen was telling everybody to go and kill Luffy and Zoro, and whoever did was going to get to challenge one of Tobi Roppo because he was going to kill someone in Queen's going to kill someone in Tobi Roppo, and whoever kills Luffy and Zoro get to take that spot. And I think in the showing the crowds of people roaring in approval and excitement, there was a Panda Man there. I don't remember what episode that took place in though, but that I'm pretty sure that was the context. But there was, and so as it pans through people, you see Panda Man, heart nipples and all.
Nice.
Just keeping up our Panda sightings name.
So is that kind of thinking about who he would want to kill? Wouldn't he want to kill Drake?
Panda Man?
Yes, Justin. Panda Man. Panda Man wants to kill Drake.
Okay, I just had to clarify.
Yeah. Why? Why do you think?
Well, because he's fucked up quite a bit. Because wasn't he at the prison as well?
No. Drake was not. You're talking about the prison that Luffy was at.
Yeah. No, he wasn't
Drake was
there.
not there. Queen himself was there.
I don't know. Part of me feels like it's going to somehow tie in with, Drake. Because look at him. He's right there. Plot.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. See, I think that your theory has merit, but on the basis that Queen has discovered X-Drake is a double agent, is still working with the Marines. He's in the Special Marines Force or whatever, and so he's going to kill him for being a rat.
Right.
That makes sense to me.
That or he has no musical talent, and that's why.
X-Drake has no flow.
he ain't got no beat. He ain't got no flow. Nada.
Yeah, he just is there. All right. Well, I don't really have a whole lot else in terms of these episodes. Does anybody? We kind of we skipped to the end with Apoo and did that at the beginning. So
I hate that man.
Oh, okay. Actually, wait. There was one other thing about Apoo that we didn't talk about.
Oh boy.
There was a moment like close to the beginning of when we actually see him start fighting, where he pulls his own arm off like a sheath and starts strumming his fucking muscle fibers as if it were a guitar.
That shit's gotta hurt, right?
That was weird. I mean, it funky and kind of weird and very One Piecey, but he did it, and my immediate reaction was, ugh. Oh God, stop. I hate this. It's great for content as a thing, a unique thing to happen in One Piece, but as somebody watching, I just went, oh God.
I big same. Everything Apoo does on a spiritual and mental level, I want to take that memory and just bleach it. And just keep pouring bleach until the memory is just a white blank canvas. But it won't come out. The stain won't come out.
Never. It's permanent.
I was trying to see if I could find a still image of that particular scene you were talking about, Christian. Could not in this short amount of time. However, what I was reminded of, God, I really hope we already told you this, and I really hope this doesn't come up in a Gabe's fun fact, because I don't read those ahead of time. So Gabe, if I'm about to spoil you, I'm so sorry. I don't know if we ever told you guys that as part of an SBS question, I guess someone asked Oda, we see that Apoo has multiple musical instruments as part of his body with his power. Are there more, essentially?
Oh, wait, I think I know where this is. I think I know what this is.
And so Oda answered and drew a diagram, essentially, of Apoo's body with all of the instruments this man has in his repertoire.
I know what this is.
It is 100% canon that Apoo has a guitar on his arm, as we clearly saw from this week's episodes.
Do you not know about the other one?
He's got a couple of different instruments, unless you're talking about something else in particular.
I don't think I know what you're talking about.
His nads are a triangle.
Yes, they are. Just gonna put that in there.
So as I was watching these episodes, my cousin was like, I'm pretty sure this isn't a spoilers. SBS is spoilers? I was like, I mean, technically. And I was like, he's like, well, you probably covered this one. He's like, you know that, his Neds are a triangle, right? And I went, what?
Can't confirm.
So now that you're bringing it up, I feel vindicated.
Unless anyone has any final thoughts, we're going to move on to the end of the show here. Excellent. Next week, we're watching 988 to 991. Quickly coming up on episode 1000, but not quite yet. Who's got quotes?
CSI Miami music.
All right.
What the fuck?
I genuinely have no quotes. I don't remember anyone saying anything.
I just, it's hardly a quote, but I just vibed super hard with Luffy's anger about the Beast Pirates wasting all the red bean soup. I was equally as angry in those episodes for the same reasons as Luffy. I was like, yeah, go get him, Luffy. Go beat their ass. Good times.
Ah, damn it! I got that gross soup all over the meat!
Well, we got lots more food where that came from. Just throw it away.
Poor people food? Sounds like a feast for Okabore town.
Bet they're licking their lips now.
There's plenty of food here. No reason for anyone in Wano to go hungry. So why do you idiots have all of it?
So, I have two quotes that I'll lay down here. At the beginning of 983, there is a moment where the Kid Pirate, what's Kid Pirate group? Are they called the Kid Pirates?
I want to say so. Yeah, that sounds right. They're Kid Pirates.
It's pretty lame.
Pretty lame.
The Kid Pirates are having a discussion amongst themselves, like Kid and his top guys. And at one point, one of them goes, "How could you turn Killer into a cheerful character? We're going to become a cheerful pirate group then."
If I were you, I'd go brush my hair and wash my face, Kaido. Because I'm taking that head of yours and putting it on the bow of my ship!
Yeah, he's gonna pay for making Killer so happy. That's not cool at all.
Now we all gotta be happy so he feels at home!
No, you don't.
It's so against the aesthetic of Kid and the way all of his pirates look. I thought that was funny.
Now that that Killer has that laughing tick with the mask on, the mask makes a difference. Oh, he does look fucking terrifying or sound like he's just like reminds me of like a fucking horror villain, like, just walking.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Blades in hands, he's just laughing uncontrollably. Oh, I love it.
Yeah, I think that I've been enjoying Kid's character so far up to this point. I don't really know what it is. Maybe it's just because he's kind of a mirror for Luffy. He acts in a lot of the same mannerisms, but a little bit smarter. But maybe I'm weighing more heavily the moment from last set of episodes where it felt like Kid really vibed with Luffy getting Jinbei back in the crew the same way he was able to find Killer and get his best friend back on. But I don't know. I've been enjoying Kid, which was not a sentiment that I thought I would experience because, for all intents and purposes, he was just a louder mouth, moody guy like Law in my mind for a lot of what I knew him for.
He's the Limp Biscuit while Law is the Evanescence.
Sure, let's go with that. I think I like Kid's character right now. He's kind of doing it for me.
I can't wait for your opinion to swiftly turn on him in a matter of time.
Oh boy, don't tell me that. Don't give me expectations.
Oh no, I don't think there's going to be a particular reason. I just think you're going to switch up on him rather flippantly sooner rather than later.
Yeah,
he's going to do something really dumb.
Well, that's the part of Luffy that will rub off on him. Everyone eventually ends up experiencing the dumb fruit.
That's how you get lead poisoning.
Mm-hmm. My second quote is when we're busting out the Black Rhino and the Brachio tank, and everyone's kind of deciding where they're going to sit and ending up in certain spots, which, by the way, again, tired of Sanji's ass. Like, all right, get the fuck over it, dude. Like, he's trying to squeeze into the Brachio tank with the other three women and then Usopp and Chopper. Like, fucking stop. I'm done. I don't want it. shut up.
Just right on the shoulder or something, bro.
Just shut up and go, man. And then the whole thing with the brothel late at the end of 987 or whatever, like, I just don't want it. I'm so over it. I'll complain about it every time. I don't care how fucking over people get of me. I'll complain about this every time. But the funny thing that came out of this was Frankie pulling up with the Black Rhino to Robin and going, hey, you want to hop on the back? And she goes, yeah, sure. And then Brooke jumps on the back instead. And he goes, how about a little bromance?
Hey, wanna ride with me?
Can I? I'd love to.
Hang on to.
Thank you.
I will. You're not Robin!
Nothing wrong with a little bromance.
Just can't argue with that.
Hell yeah.
And Frankie very kind of reluctantly was like, all right, I guess. I mean, I didn't ask you, but sure, let's do it. And then they take off and Brooke is about to fly off the back. But I love the how about a little bromance line. That was great. I did love that. So those are my quotes.
So I watched that scene both in subbed and dubbed, and they did pretty well with both. Because my cousin was like, hey, they did the scene honorably. And I was like, okay, yeah, sure, I'll humor you and watch the dub. It made me feel icky. But no, yeah, it was relatively the same. Of how about a little bit of bromance? It's just,
Yeah, it's great. I love it. Might be one of my favorite lines across the whole set of episodes. All right, with that being said, we're going to go on to Gabe's Fun Facts.
Gabe's Fun Facts.
Gabe's Fun Facts.
Gabe's Fun Facts.
I love the fact that we do that every single time, but no one ever hears us say that.
Honestly, it's really for us.
Right, like it's for us, but like they hear like the refined version, and we're just hearing the silence of just making it ourselves, and I think it's beautiful.
Yeah. Whenever Jordy's on, he's got the soundboard, and he'll play the actual clip that gets edited into the show. But that doesn't stop Justin from vibing anyway, which I appreciate. Anyway, hello, this is Gabriel speaking to you from the live floor. Boy, this stuff they got here is killer. Let me tell you, they're going to have to use double-digit numbers to measure my blood alcohol level later. But for now, this party's off. Show me strippers. Everyone's here in these skimpy outfit. Weird. I feel like I remember seeing those on the island somewhere before. Anyway, before we start off, I'd like to note something for the audience. You might have noticed that one particularly infamous scene in episode 984 was not brought up in this cast. Hey, we didn't talk about it at any point, but we skipped a 1-minute segment in episode 984 that is, according to Gabriel, a spoiler.
What are you talking about? There is no segment in Ba Sing Se.
You're right, exactly. Gabriel felt very strongly about us skipping this, so we did not watch it, and we did not talk about it, but it is noted that we didn't watch that part. Was not brought up in this cast. The blame for this does not lie on a fortunate memory lapse, but rather me, as I advised the cast to skip that scene for now. The cast will be informed of the scene's events at a later, more opportune date at my own discretion. Apologize for any confusion this may cause. With that out of the way, to start off, how about a funny anecdote? The events of Scratchman Apoo using his Devil Fruit power and the Straw Hats finding a way to beat it were, much like in the anime, separated into multiple chapters in the manga. In between those two chapters, there was a break week where no chapter was released, which means the community had 2 weeks to speculate on Apoo beating Luffy and Zoro's asses. Given the nature of the community at the time, this meant that for 2 weeks, power scalers were openly speculating whether Apoo's power level might be busted. They were unironically debating whether he was on the same level as Luffy, hypothesizing whether this might cause the raid to fail, and discussing intricately how the hell anyone would be able to beat the unimaginable threat that is Scratchman Apoo. You are free to imagine the community's reaction when the next chapter immediately put all of these discussions in the dust. It was a funny day indeed. How about another community anecdote from back then? The first 3 episodes in this set were actually rather controversial at the time of their release, all for completely different reasons. Episode 983's sequence of the Beast Pirates partying in neon colors was mocked for looking cheap and feeling like a poor man's version of 982's intro to the Tobi Roppo. 984 featured one of the most reviled scenes in the entire arc, as I explained earlier. Very visceral. That's more feeling than I thought Gabriel had about this. Episode 985 featured 5 separate flashbacks to Tama enjoying a bowl of oshiruko. Now, I know that last reason might sound really petty, but I ask you to consider the mindset of those who are watching weekly around that time. You get 1 episode on Saturday, and then you have to wait an entire week praying to God that the next episode will be enjoyable and adapt stuff quickly because you're really looking forward to the anime adapting a cool moment later on in the arc. After that week-long wait, you get a singular episode with mediocre animation and Luffy sitting around and eating, while one singular flashback gets brought up over and over again for 5 minutes straight. And then the episode ends, and you have to wait another week. Needless to say, Tama flashback became part of the long list of names to mock the anime's pacing that day, alongside Rebecca flashback, wedding keiki, and sumo fight. It also significantly tanked Tama's reputation afterwards, which is impressive because she wasn't even technically in the damn episode. Man, why? Alright, look, we don't gotta blame Tama for this mistake, man. Come on, leave her alone.
Point the fingers at the real enemies.
Yeah.
Toei.
Exactly. And anyone whose idea was that flashback series. Anyway, the final 2 episodes don't feature any such controversy, but given the fact they heavily feature Scratchman and Apoo, their quality is up to debate. Now, for a couple manga to anime differences to end us off. There's quite a lot. Luffy eating the red bean soup before beating up the Beast Pirates is made up by the anime. Due to the reasons I outlined earlier, I imagine this might have been a poor addition. Read the room, Luffy! See, that makes sense to me. That's basically what I thought, was that there's just so much of that that's cut out beyond the fact of the flashbacks. Bao Huang actually dropped down from the ceiling to Kaido and Tobi Roppo in the manga instead of entering through a door like in the anime. Thank goodness. I was worried she might be injured from dropping from a ceiling in the show where someone survived getting hit by a baseball bat at 200 miles an hour. While in the anime, Kid slowly walks up to Apoo before decking him in the face. The manga had him immediately going on the offensive after noticing his presence. I will mark less effective rage baiter as an anime nerf for Apoo. While in the anime, Apoo only recognized Luffy and Zoro when they started running away. But in the manga, he actually already recognized them when they started arguing who caused their collective mess. Damn, these nerfs are getting crazy. Now they're going for his perception too? Marvel Rivals wishes. I don't know what that means. Do you know what that means, Justin? What's the Marvel Rivals dig here?
Marvel Rivals mentioned, let's go. Woo!
I don't know, you're shitting on Marvel Rivals.
The moon!
The moon!
The moon haunts you.
People still play that game?
I don't know if anybody still plays that game.
I technically don't play the game very often these days, but that's not because I don't want to. I just have issues.
You play video games?
Every now and then.
I wish I did, Devon. I really wish I did.
Played a lot of Slay the Spire 2 lately. Killer actually told the Straw Hats and Kid to cover their ears immediately before Apoo attacked, whereas he only informed them after he had attacked once in the anime. Wow, Killer. That's really mean. As a punishment, I will now reveal what Killer would have looked like if the Smile Fruit had actually worked, as revealed by Oda in an SBS. So, if we're not looking at the Gabe's Fun Facts on our own here, here is... Oh, copy-paste not working. Copy.
How dare they?
All right, well...
Discord's gone too far. They removed our ability to copy-paste.
I think this is the Google Docs problem. I've had this before. Anyway, go to the Gabe's Fun Facts thing.
There are so many tabs. Oh, God, what happened?
You guys can find... He looks like a little elephant guy, but, like, really fucked up.
What the fuck?
He looks kind of happy about it, but he has, like, an extra 2 or 3 arms. I don't know.
Wait, is that a hamburger? Oh, no, that's his face.
Yeah, that's the killer mask on the end of the trunk of the elephant, with his hair and everything.
I'm so glad it failed.
Yeah, me too, buddy. Lastly, this one is less of a manga to anime difference and more of a dub edition. If I'm lucky, Brendan hasn't mentioned this yet. Well, luckily for you, Brendan is not here. In the scene where Chopper exits the Brachio Tank 5 to join Kinemon's conference, the dub has him saying, "Straw Hats, roll out," in a blatant reference to the catchphrase of Optimus Prime and Transformers. Oh god, does that mean Chopper's gonna die in a scene that will traumatize children worldwide? Now that's what I call an incurable disease. Jesus, Gabe. Dark. Anyway, that's all for this week. God, my head. I think I've had too much. I think I'm gonna lie down now, rest a bit. Hold on, wait. Skimpy outfits. Wano? God. Oh no. I've made a mistake. See you guys next week. Have a nice day or whatever.
I'm amazed that he was coherent during the middle part, but not towards the beginning and the end.
Yeah. Sometimes you just hit a moment of clarity.
I feel like it's part of the locking in process, right?
Yeah.
It's like a ramp up.
Definitely. Let's decide on a golden ham, everybody.
Oh, this is tough.
I agree. However, I want to make it really easy for all of us here tonight. Devon, hear me out.
Big woman?
Black Maria.
God damn you.
Big woman.
We can't.
Says who?
Says me.
I don't know. Well, there's only one of you and two of us, so eat shit.
I know. That's the problem.
Do you have a better argument?
I don't want to vote for the giant woman. That's my argument.
Why? Hold on. Wait. Why wouldn't you want to? Hello?
Because I don't have a fascination with them like you do.
Loser.
Liar.
That ain't my thing. My thing is getting stepped on, which you think would coincide with giant woman, but it doesn't.
Christian just hasn't found the right giant woman yet, because there ain't no way you're not into giant women.
I'm just not into it, man. I don't know what to tell you.
So Black Maria, type that in.
But I guess it doesn't matter. So,
But you're not pitching anything else.
I'll vote for like.
I could be swayed. I don't know how, but I can be. And I can be bribed.
I could be bribed. I don't know. I'll give it to. I'd give it to Brooke for promoting bromance. That's my vote.
Shit, he's made a compelling argument.
Hmm?
We're internally debating in our own heads.
Well, I'm fighting for my life on the inside.
Give me that giant woman.
Oh, yo, ho, ho, ho. Am I beastly?
Excellent.
All right. Well, that being said, any fan mail?
Yes, we have quite a bit. And I'm excited to get through all of it eventually.
Oh,
No, where did I put that? There we go. This is a comment from Spotify. I forgot which episode they commented on, so apologies. But they write, "Hello there, it's Boy Dude once again. Really enjoying listening to this podcast. On my One Piece rewatch, I noticed that my least favorite arcs are Skypiea, Punk Hazard, and Whole Cake Island."
Hell yeah.
wow.
What do you mean, hell yeah? No!
I mean, I can agree with maybe Whole Cake, but not the other two.
If you don't like Whole Cake, I could take that. Punk Hazard?
I remember not liking Skypiea.
Skypiea is lit, bro.
Punk Hazard was meh at best.
I can agree with Punk Hazard being meh. Maybe not bad, but meh. Skypiea, bro? Come on, guys. Anyway, they continue in saying, "These big three arcs have awful pacing, and even the main story content is very unappealing. I cannot stand watching Sanji getting bullied by those pieces of garbage robot brothers called the Vinsmokes family." Anyway, do you like anime sub or dub? Thanks for reading.
Sub.
I think generally I like sub. That reasoning is because I find with Japanese anime, or maybe media in general, while there are plenty of occasions where I recognize voice actors from character to character, I think there is a lovely diversity in the voices I hear within anime, and oftentimes I think they're appropriate for the character. You know, I may not love the way Japanese Goku sounds, but for every Japanese Goku, there's like a billion other Japanese characters I think has been casted well and has a voice that really fits their face, their personality, etc. However, having said that, I think dubbed anime gets shit on way too much. I think part of the problem, besides just like the weird superiority complex that sub-watchers have for whatever reason, I think due to the shallow talent pool that like most anime have in terms of who gets to voice characters and such, you know, not everyone can be Terra Strong where, yeah, you're voicing like a million characters, but you've managed to create a unique voice for every character, which is an insane talent that she has.
Mm-hmm.
Not everyone can be Terra Strong. So, you know, your voice is going to carry over from character to character to character. And sometimes it'll hit and sometimes it won't. But I think there are plenty of great examples of, in particular, English dubbed anime being good, if not superior to Japanese subbing, in my opinion. My best example by far is Yu Yu Hakusho. I think that is the best English dubbed anime of all time. There is great casting for the characters, the script writing, assuming there is any type of localization or changes made while dubbing the content. It's fantastic. Yusuke Urameshi is like, he has the most personality of any English sounding or English speaking anime character I've ever watched or heard or what have you. And it's why it's like one of my favorite series of all time. The voice acting, everything about Yu Yu Hakusho is great, in my opinion. That's my soapbox.
Here's my soapbox. All right. And my stance is kind of the opposite. I prefer this, always listening to the sub. It's kind of like with it doesn't even have to be only anime. It's every medium. I always like watching whatever it is in its original take, per se.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, for example, like, there's Pan's Labyrinth. I believe it's mostly in Spanish. I could be incorrect. It's been a while since I've seen that film, in my opinion. I always find it's better to, watch it how it's originally supposed to be viewed. Yeah, I might not understand the language. Yeah, I have to read, but that's the sacrifice I want to make, me personally, for watching a medium, because it's the closest way I see myself as being able to, at least feel the emotion from the director and or the like whoever put it together, whatever medium it is. That's just my take, and that's why I watch sub. I will say there are some amazing dubs out there. I'm a huge fan of Naruto's, dub. I love Ghost Stories. Best dub of all time.
Stop.
All right.
But also
You're losing credibility.
But not appropriate. But I will admit, there are some fantastic, things, but there's also, in my opinion, some misses.
There are a lot of misses, unfortunately, in my opinion.
I'm generally a sub guy most of the time. It's the more reliable option for getting really, really quality voice acting in anime a lot. Like the other two have said, dub generally has some good ones every now and then. Like one of my favorite dubs is the Space Dandy dub. I really enjoy that one. And really, all three of Watanabe's, Bebop, Samurai Champloo, and Space Dandy,
Oof.
all of them actually hit pretty hard with the dub.
All hits, all bangers.
There might be something to the fact that those three are all kind of catered more towards Western audiences, so there might be something to that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think of, I guess a lot of the other animes that have been adapted mostly for the West also, like Yu-Gi-Oh!, Pokemon, they're not incredible dubs, but they're the ones I grew up on, so maybe that's nostalgia.
Man, 4Kids dubbing, really hit or miss when you go revisit it sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah. Unless I happen to be multitasking and the anime that I'm watching is one that I've already watched, usually I'm okay with that. But if I'm watching it for the first time, I'll usually enjoy it more if I watch the sub. So that's usually my take on it.
There's also a weird phenomenon that always happens to me, in particular when I do watch things dubbed. So, for example, I'm going to use One Piece as an example. Zoro in One Piece, the dub, his voice actor.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of the times, if you recognize a voice from one show, that's like where that voice drags you to once you realize they're the same voice actor.
I kind of agree, actually.
Every single time I hear Zoro talk in dub, I'm picturing from Sergeant Frog, the TV show. I think his name is Guerrero.
That's the character.
So whatever Zoro's doing on screen, saying, I'm automatically replacing it with a little red frog with a bazooka every time.
I'm expecting this man to be like, every time I hear Zoro in dub, I'm picturing Piccolo or some other more famous role that voice is attached with. No.
Nope. It's a dumb little frog from Sergeant Frog, because that's where I remember his voice from for the first time.
I hate you.
From that voice actor. I love Sergeant Frog. I love it dubbed. I can't watch it. I don't think I've ever seen it subbed. But every single time I hear his voice, I go, "It's Sergeant Guerrero!"
I kind of feel the same.
Every time. And that's why I also don't watch dubbed as much as I can, because I don't want that immersion to the story to be changed because of one person's voice.
I kind of agree. One of the more famous voice actors that I am acutely aware of is Johnny Young Bosch. That man's voice will always be intrinsically linked to the character Ichigo Kurosaki from Bleach. I don't really remember any major character roles that Johnny Young Bosch has played outside of Ichigo, or at least that I've come across. But every once in a while, I'll hear his voice from a random no-name goon in a show that gets tossed off at the end of the episode. And every time I recognize it, I go, Johnny Young Bosch? Ichigo Kurosaki? So I kind of get that, where it's you don't necessarily want to be ripped out of, the pleasure of the immersion of whatever media you're supposed to be immersed in. And then your brain goes, hey, isn't that guy from that other thing? And then now you're just like distracted or what have you.
And now I'm thinking of Sergeant Frog and wanting to build Gunpla. I don't want to be doing that while I'm watching One Piece.
I think Devon's issue is a little bit more unique than mine, but I hear
a little bit more extreme, yes.
All right. Boy Dude, thank you for the fan mail.
Boy Dude.
All right, and with that said, time for the Garb Gab, baby.
Gabu Gabu.
It's Garb Gab time.
Garb Gab time. All right, Devon. You know what? I'm feeling generous this time. You did it last week, but I honestly was so out of the nowhere that I think I'd like to give you a second chance to at it this time. And it's the Garb Gab, not the grab bag. So
Okay. Oh, it smells good this time. Okay. Oh, they're the little rose petals. That's cute for like cherry blossoms. Or
yeah.
Not rose petals, but like those petals. That's cute.
Yeah, they're left over from the end of the live action.
I'm reading it already, and I already have a candidate. But Miss Valentine.
Oh, well, I can imagine who yours might be.
What?
Yeah, I mean, I think there's really only one answer for that man.
And his name spells what I think of him.
Upa?
Apoo.
Apoo. A singular poo.
A singular poo. I think there's not a lot of characters to
hate on,
to dislike in this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw out one right now that maybe it'll be controversial, maybe it won't. I'm gonna give the golden ham, or not the golden ham. I'm gonna give the Miss Valentine to Luffy for having too many Tama flashbacks.
Whoa,
we didn't need all that.
Hold on.
Ooh, that is actually. You know what? I'm actually inclined to agree.
What the hell?
Because yes, I hate Apoo for his objective existence, right? But I expect that from him. Luffy, I expect him to do better. I'm kind of inclined to agree with you, because Luffy's bullshit affected me longer than Apoo did, by 20 minutes, exactly.
By like almost a whole episode. I was mad about it the whole time. Valentine for Luffy?
I have, what's the word? What do politicians do when they want to be useless? I abstain from voting.
Yeah, that.
Congratulations. Because you abstained, it's now unanimous, which means that you voted for it.
Not voting is a form of voting. Thank you.
What? No.
What the? Someone punched me?
All right, man. I wonder what the last time Luffy got a Valentine award was. I'm sure it's happened, but I could not recall. I could not tell you what it is.
All right, cool. Luffy is the Miss Valentine of this week. Kind of crazy, honestly.
He earned it. All right. Well, that being said, Devon, if you would kindly do the thing again.
Visit pandasightings.com to support the show. We also have 2 other shows, Panda View, where we review different media, and the Panda Sightings podcast, where we simply just yap. Available on all major platforms. Fuck.
You know, just when I was thinking to myself, man, it felt like it's been so long since I've heard Devon do the thing that, it's a refreshing feeling. And I'm like, oh, nope, there it is. That's definitely no love.
It's like listening to a car crash. Like, you can't not listen.
I'm not sure I've ever listened to a car crash quite so.
I mean, you also don't live under a bridge.
That is true. You have way more opportunity than I do.
There's a lot of car accidents.
Yeah, people can't drive. I know in America for sure they can, because I have a license and I definitely shouldn't. And they also let me renew it recently, which is kind of crazy.
Why do you have a license? You're always on a bus.
Well, you never know when I gotta, take control of the situation and become the bus driver.
You need a license to operate a bus?